Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hi Mudit. Hi Lockdown Study. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hello Jayant. Hello Jagjit. Welcome to the stream. Hello Amit. Welcome to the stream. We are just waiting for people to join. Hi Rohit. Hi Tanya. Thank you Tanya. So how's everybody? Hey Ankit, what's up? Hey Jagjit, please don't call me sir. Just call me Ishan. Hi Abhinav. Okay, my voice is good, right? Thank you. There's no noise, right? You all can hear me clearly. Thanks for the confirmation. Guys, we will wait for five more minutes, then we will start. Okay? Hey, Hukam. Hi, Karthik. Hi, Amit. Hey, Harshita. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, actually, I am from GGCT, Gyan College of Technology, not GGITS, but yeah, same college. Yeah, sure. Please like the video, guys, and do share with others also. Hey, Pal. Hi, Maheshwar. Please don't call me sir. Just call me Ishan. Hey, Shubham. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Richa. Welcome. Guys, call your friends. Invite them to the stream so that we can start early. Yes, Tanya, we can use any of the Telegram app. I'll show you from where you guys have to download it. You can download it on Android or iOS or desktop. I'll be showing on desktop, by the way. We can use any version. Not a problem. Thanks, Akam. So it's already 5. We'll start in like 2 minutes, okay? We'll start at 5, 3. Hey, Nakul. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Jay. Hukum, we will try to cover as much topics of Node.js as possible, which are required for this, but not exactly from the basics. Like I will not be going deep dive into the theory part of Node.js, but yeah, we will pick up some basics. Hi Rahul. Hi Banyu. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hi Vandana. We'll be starting in 1 minute. Hey Mihir. Okay, so we are starting with the session, guys. Welcome to the stream. My name is Ishan, and I'll be teaching you how to develop Telegram bots using Node.js. There are many libraries which we can use, but we will be using Node.js and the Telegraph API. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So first, I will start by showing you like a sample bot which I have already created. Uh, it is known as a COVID-19 India stats bot, which is available in Telegram right now. And you can go ahead and install Telegram and try to search for it. The name is at COVID-19 India bot. You can search this and you will get to know this bot. Okay. So yeah, guys. So this is the bot. This is an example bot which I have already created like long back. I have been using it. Many people are using this. So I'll show you how a bot works. Basically, bot in a bot you can just send various commands and you will get response from the server which we'll be creating in Node.js. Okay. So I'll show you how this bot works. Like if you send like help, it will show you a list of help commands, like what all you can do with this bot. For example, these are the various commands which you can use right now. So, for example, if you want to see the overall stats of India, like how many cases are there in India right now, you can just type get overall, and it will tell you all the cases. Like there are 20,000 cases right now, recovered cases, deaths, and the active cases. Okay. In the same way, there are other commands like get the state-wise stats. So in this way, you will get all the stats state-wise. For example, Maharashtra is on top right now with like 5,200 cases, followed by Gujarat, Delhi, and so on. So this is how we do it. Then next, if you want to get both the information, for example, get full stats, you'll get both the stats combined in a single message, like the overall stats as well as the state-wise stats, right? Now going forward, there are other commands as well. For example, so yeah, how to send commands. Okay, so to send command, you can just type forward slash, then there will be a list of commands which will pop up. You can select any one of them. So now let's see the district-wise stats. If you click on district-wise stats, it will show you a list of all the districts, list of all the states, and you can select any one of the states. For example, if I select Madhya Pradesh, it will return the district-wise stats of Madhya Pradesh, right? So this is how this bot works. Then I have also included country-wise stats. For example, this is the country-wide stats, and you can see the top 20 countries by the number of confirmed cases, like USA, Spain, Italy, and all the stats like confirmed and that. So yeah, moving forward, there are some more functionality which I have built in. For example, if you want to get all the helpline numbers, so you can send the helpline, and this is a PDF which contains all the number of each and every state. Then there's something else like subscribe. If someone wants to subscribe to daily notifications, so if you go ahead and so see right now I'm already subscribed. So every day at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. you will get the overall stats delivered to you by default, like a notification. I can unsubscribe also if I don't want to, but if I want to subscribe, I can again go to subscribe and then see my subscription status is right now crossed. So I can subscribe also like this. Wait, Nihal, I will tell you how to download the Telegraph API. I will also tell you where to download the Telegram app. I will show you everything. Now, starting with the development part, I'll show you where to download the Telegram app first. Okay. Um, so you just have to go to telegram.org, and so the problem with Telegram site is that, wait, yeah. So the Telegram app is available in the Google Play Store. You can go to Google Play Store from your Android phones and then download it, or you can go to an iOS app store. You can download from there. And the last option is if you want to download it for your desktop. For example, I'm using Mac. You might be using a Windows desktop. You can just go to this website known as telegram.org, and over here you will find all the download options. For example, for iOS, for Android, or for desktop. So the app which I am using, this is known as the Telegram desktop app. You can use the Telegram Android or iOS app. It's up to you. This whole tutorial will work on each and every version of Telegram. Okay. Then the second thing which we will cover is that we will need a development IDE or a editor which we'll use throughout the course. And I will be using Visual Studio Code. So you can just search for Visual Studio Code, go to download Visual Studio Code, and you can find this Windows option, or for Linux or for Mac, whichever operating system you're using, you can use that. So yeah, you can download any one of the options and you can get started with the course. Also, one thing I would like to highlight is that in this course, you are not required to follow me like step by step. You just have to see what I am doing. And since this video will be saved in YouTube, you can get back to this later in later point of time, and you can see the video again and see what I have done, and you can follow the steps with that. You just have to see right now. Okay. Also, one more thing I would like to point out is this whole course will go on for like multiple days. If you want to join, like right now, I will only be covering very small and basic stuff of the bot development. But later, we will deep dive into like more crazy and difficult stuff also. For example, how do you create your own API? How do you get data from a Google Sheet and show it in your bot? And other things like how do you deploy your bot to some environment, for example, a Heroku or AWS. We'll cover all this later in the stages. I want to keep it very simple for the first time, so let's get started. So once you have downloaded the this editor, this Visual Studio Code, it will look something like this. I started my I started the application. So yeah, this Visual Studio Code, and we'll create a new folder in the desktop, and we'll create the apps in that folder. Okay, so let me go to the folder. Yeah, so over here I will create a new folder. I'll name it Telegram tutorial bot. Okay, and I will open this folder in my Visual Studio. So over here you can open a folder, then select that folder from the desktop or wherever you have stored it. So this is the Telegram tutorial bot folder, and then open it. Okay. So now this particular folder is opened in our editor, and now we have to create some files, and we have to download some other stuff. For example, we haven't downloaded the Node.js library, we haven't downloaded the Telegraph API, right? So in order to download the Node.js library, we'll again go back to our browser and we'll search for Node.js, and you will see this download link. You can download any of the LTS version. So I have downloaded the Mac OS installer. You might have to download the Windows installer. Okay, depending on your depending on your PC. So I have installed the Mac OS version, so it's get started downloading, but it's okay. I have already downloaded it. So I will not be showing you how to install it. You just have it's simple process. You just have to follow like a normal setup, and it will be installed in your system. Okay, maybe you might have a Windows PC. So yeah, now Node.js is also installed to check. So now to check whether the whether Node.js is installed or not, what we will do, we will open terminal, or in case of Windows, people might have to open PowerShell or command prompt, and then so yeah, I opened my terminal. So this is what a terminal looks like. In your case, it might be command prompt for Windows. For me, it is terminal for Mac or Ubuntu or maybe a Linux operating system. So see, I have opened my terminal. After installing Node.js, I will just type node and as mine minus version. I hope this font is visible. Let me just increase the font. Yeah, this might be visible, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, see, as you can see that I will be developing on version 11.2, which is the latest, I guess. You might watch this video later in future, and this version might be increased. So depending on that, you will get the version number over here. Fine. So now moving forward, we have also with Node. Yeah, with moving forward with Node, we also get one package manager with Node.js, which is known as npm. And for that also we can check the version number, version, and it will give us some version number. Okay, this is the package manager which I will be using. So now what is Node and what is npm? Okay, so yeah, so with Node.js, every code which you will run, you will use this command like node and then the file name. And whatever packages you want to download and install to your application, for example, external packages which you want to install. For example, there might be a HTML to PDF converter package, or there might be a package which will be used to connect to the internet and fetch some data. So all those packages to download those packages we will use npm, and to see what all packages are available for you to use, just have to go to npm. You search for npm, and then this is the website npmjs.com. So if you will open this npmjs.com, you will see that there are like thousands of packages which are available for Node.js. So for example, the package which we will be using is known as Telegraph, right? This is the package we'll use, Telegraph, modern Telegram bot framework. Okay, so let's search for it and see what other is. So this is the API which we'll be using, and it is available on npm. So it will show you a lot of information about that particular API which we'll be using. So the information such as what is the GitHub page of that API, what is the repository, like when it was last published. And apart from that, it will also show you a lot of information like how do you install this API, and how do you create a bot, and things like that. Okay, so apart from this, there is also a website for Telegraph, uh, which which you can go to directly to see the documentation of Telegraph. So Telegraph, Telegram bot, we'll search for it, and this is the library. So yeah, this is the library, and this is the website like telegraph.js.org. So now this library is what we'll be using, and it also shows the installation command, the example bot, and all the different methods which are available with this library. Okay, I'll be showing you step by step how to create one. So let's get started. First of all, we will install uh, Node. So to install Node, sorry, we have already installed Node, right? So now what we will do, we will try to create an app in Node. So let's go to Visual Studio Code. This code. Now you can see this is that particular folder which we have created in the starting. Okay. Now what I will do, I will drag from bottom. You can see my arrow has changed. I will drag from bottom and the terminal will pop up. See, The terminal is now over here. This is the same terminal which I showed you earlier, or the command prompt. Now it is available over here. So from here itself, we can send all the commands. For example, node minus -vr-si1 version. See, it will also show the same thing. So in order to create uh, a node application, what you have to do is you have to type in the command name node. Okay, so yeah, node init minus y to select all the default options. Okay, by using this node init, I will show you what it will do. Wait, sorry, the command is npm init. Sorry, my fault. The command is npm init. So yeah, it created something. Okay, just as you can see over here, it has created one package.json file. So now what is this package.json? Let's open it. So this package.json file, it contains the information or the metadata about your application which you will be creating. Fine. It is showing the name of the bot will be Telegram bot, what the version, any description which you want to put for this application. You can put any information over there, whatever you feel like. Okay. So for example, this is a bot, as simple as that. And what will be the main file that will run this whole application? So I will rename it to app.js. It's up to my liking, so it can be anything. I'll create a file now which will be named as app.js. Then there are some other things which you don't have to bother right now. Then the author, if you want to give your name, for example, Ishan Ryan, I'm giving my name, just capitalizing it up. Yeah, so things like that. So this is my package.json file. I have saved it now. So now I have told this application that app.js will be my starting point. So let's create a file named app.js. You can create a file by using this button. Click on this and write app.js. Press enter. So a new file is now created. I hope the fonts are visible, right? Can someone confirm, please, if the fonts are visible or not? So yeah, okay. So yeah, the fonts are visible right now. So okay, fine. Um, so yeah, this is the app.js file which we have created using the using this button over here, app.js. And after that, now we'll try to create a first bot. So to create the bot, what we will do is we will first go back to Telegram and then search for bot father. Search for bot father. BOTFATHER, bot father. As you can see, this is bot father with a tick. So this is an official app which is given by Telegram. So we can go to bot father. This is bot father's chat. So as you can see, it will also have a help command, right? Help. Let's see what it will return. See, it returns a lot of commands. Okay. So basically, what is a bot father? Bot father is a bot which is created by the Telegram app, and what it will help you to do is to create bots. So in order to create a new bot, you just go to bot father. You will click on this command, the new bot, or you can simply type it /newbot. See, it asks me, all right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. So what name should we give? So I'll try to name it simple. Telegram tutorial bot. As simple as that. Good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot. So this is important. Okay. Now the username which the bot will take, it should end with a bot character. Sorry, a bot word. So for example, let's create a tut 5 underscore bot. So this will be my bot name. Press enter. Let's see if it is available. Yeah, it's available. So a bot has been created with the name of Telegram tutorial bot, and the username is this. Okay. So now the important stuff. So when you create a bot, you will get a API. Like this is the API token. I'll tell you what it will be used for, but Just remember, this is the API token. You shouldn't be revealing this to anybody. Okay, it will be harmful for your bot. Right now I'm showing it to you all guys, but it's okay. Yeah, you shouldn't be sharing this token, otherwise other people can access your bot and they can send different messages. Okay, so now we have created a bot in Telegram. Now let's connect this with our application. Okay, I'll open my Visual Studio. Okay, so now the API which we were using, it is called the Telegraph API. Now, how to tell our application that we are using the Telegraph API? So first we will have to install that API in our application. Sorry, in our project. Include that API in a project. So how we'll do it? We'll go back to the documentation and you can see it says to run this command npm install telegraph dash save. You can just do that. I'll copy it, paste it, npm install telegraph save. I'll tell you what it will do. So what it is doing is basically it is looking into the npm repository and then it is trying to find the Telegraph API. And once it founds it, it tries to download it and save it in the application folder. So now you can see we have got two new files. Okay, one is the node modules. This node modules will contain information about so it will contain the code of the Telegraph API. See, this is the Telegraph API and it will be included automatically. You don't have to do anything in this folder, never. You don't have to touch anything inside this folder. And again, we'll also have a pre-generated package dash log.json file. So you don't have to do anything in this file also, ever. You don't have to change anything in this file. This is also auto-generated. So now with this, since we have seen that added 8 packages and it is successful, so now we have added the Telegraph API in a bot. Okay, so we have added the Telegraph API to our application. Now let's create a very first Telegram bot by coding in Node.js. So let me tell you that it is as simple as writing just 4 lines of code and a bot will work. Okay, by the way, wanted to ask something. Like, is everybody on page like what I am doing? Am I being very fast, or is this pace okay with all of you? Just send a yes or no so that I can move ahead. Okay, actually, I'm reading the comments right now. Yes. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. So yeah, so what I was telling is that we can create a bot in as simple as 4 commands. Okay, I will show you how. Let's first let's first include let's first include the Telegraph API. So to include a Telegraph API in Node.js, just like in C++ or C, we do hash include iostream.h, right? But in Node.js, what we have to do is we'll say const Telegraph. We have created a Telegraph variable, a constant Telegraph variable. Then we will assign it to the Telegraph package. For example, that is require, and then the Telegraph package. The name of the package is Telegraph, Telegraph. So this is the first line. So what we have done is we have created a Telegraph object from the Telegraph package. Okay. Now the second command. We have to create a bot from this object. So how to create a bot? Just const bot is equals to new Telegraph, and then this is a constructor. Okay, many of you might know what a constructor is. So you just have to pass, and inside this we have to pass the token. Remember the token which we have already created in the Telegram app. We have already created a Telegram bot, and inside that we got a token, right? So we'll paste that token over here. Let's fetch that token. I'll copy it from here. We have to launch that bot. To launch that bot, what we'll do, bot dot launch. That's it. This is the minimum you want to do. So these are just 3 lines, but I will include one more line so that we can get a reply also, right? So in these 3 lines, what we have done is we created a telegraph. We have created a telegraph object. Then from that object, we have created a telegraph bot. So now we have got a bot, and after that, what we have done is we have launched the bot. So now what we'll do, we will also create one simple command, okay, one function which will intercept all the messages which are coming from that bot, and we'll try to reply with something. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that by using bot.use. Okay, so now what this use does is it will intercept all the messages that are coming from the bot. Okay, so now whenever a message comes inside, so this is a function, this is a middleware basically. I'll tell you what a middleware is. So now it will take 2 parameters. One is ctx, that is a context, and there is one more, but we don't need it right now. I will tell later what is the next parameter is. Then we'll create an arrow, and then after that we'll create curly braces, and inside this we will say ctx dot reply. This is a function which we use to reply to the bot. So what reply do we want to give? We want to just say hi human. Okay, let's see how a bot works. So let's see, first we have to run this file. Okay, so to run it, we will say node space app.js. So sorry, so node space app.js. Node is the command which is used to run this app. So node space app.js. Press enter. Now we can see that the terminal is waiting for something. Okay, so now let's go back to our bot in the Telegram app. We'll go back to the bot. So this is the bot. Okay, this is the link to the bot. We'll open that bot. This is our Telegram bot, and say start. See, it's replying. It started replying. Hello. It will again say hi human. Hi. Hi human. Why? Because whatever we are sending from here, it is all these messages are going to the Telegram server, and from there we are trying to fetch what all message we got, and then we are replying it with just hi human. So this is as simple as like 4 lines. This is the first line, this is the second line, this is the third line, and this is the fourth line. In just 4 lines we have created a bot, right? Till here everyone is on page, right? Okay, so now moving forward. So I'll show you some commands which are very important for a bot. For example, the start command and the help command. So I will just comment out this code, and we will create 2 new commands. Okay, one is the start command, one is the and one is the um, help command. So the start command is, if you want to create a start command, you just say bot dot start. Okay, and again over here we will pass the context. Okay, and then we create an arrow function, and then whatever we will say over here, it will be responded whenever a bot is started. So we will say again ctx dot reply, and in this whatever we type, for example, the bot has started. So let's try it out again. So we'll close this by pressing Ctrl C, stopping the bot, and then again we are starting it, because since we have made some changes in a sorry, I have not saved my changes. I've saved the changes, again restarted the bot. So whenever you make a change in the file app.js, what you have to do is you have to restart the bot. Okay, node app.js. So now let's go back to a bot. Where is it? Yeah, over here, and let's do the start command. Let's send the start command. Enter. The bot has started. So it has now started recognizing the commands which we have set. So go back to our application. Let's go ahead and create a help command also. Bot dot help. As simple as that. Same thing, we'll create a context, we'll pass in context, then we'll create an arrow function, and now over here again we'll reply ctx dot reply with the help message. So whatever help message you want to give, for example, this bot can perform calling commands, and the commands are start and help, and you can give the description also, but I'm not giving. So let's see how this works. I've saved this file, I have started the bot again, and let's go back to our bot and press help. So yeah, now we have got the help command. Oh yeah, we have missed a forward slash over here, so we'll fix it. Whatever I done, wait. Okay, so it's fixed now. So yeah, as you can see, started the bot again, and let's try it again. Help. So yeah, the help command is also working, and the start command is also working now. The bot has started. Okay, so these are some basic commands which are there whenever a bot starts. This command is fired, and whenever user wants to see some help, this command is fired, right? So, but what happen if we want to create our own commands? For example, we want to create some simple command like whenever user sends a message, for example, or whenever user sends a sticker, what we want to reply, or whenever user wants to send some kind of audio or something like that, or anything. Okay, a video. So what should we reply? So we have got one more function for that. That is known as bot dot on. So what this function does is it will intercept all the messages. Okay, it will intercept all the messages with some particular type. So it has got two parameters, right? CTX as well as one more parameter in the start. So what is this parameter? In this parameter, we will tell the bot like what kind of message you want to intercept. For example, if you want to intercept a normal text message, so you will type in over here message message. If you want to intercept a photo, you will write a photo. If you want to intercept something else, for example, um something else like a sticker or a voice, we will type sticker. So you might be thinking where I am getting all these information, right? So we'll go back to the documentation and see from where we are getting. So over here you can see that we have got context. This is the Telegraph API. Okay, in this context uh, we have got something like update types. Yeah, over here these are the update types. So these are all the different kind of update types which you can check. For example, you can check for text, audio, dice, document, anything from here you can put over there, and you can check. For example, someone sends a voice, you can intercept this also. And these are some major type. For example, message, all these comes under message. Then there can be edited message, there can be callback queries. We'll get into all these later in the stage, but right now you can just see that these are very higher categories, and then inside that there are very categories which are more specific. For example, whether it's a text message, whether it's an audio message, whether it's a dice message, whether it's a document, what kind of message it is. So let's create a interceptor for sticker. So I'll create it for sticker. Let's go back to a code. I created it for sticker. Then this time it has got two inputs. Okay. Then again we'll create an arrow function, and inside that arrow function, whenever a sticker is sent, what we will do, we'll try to reply ctx dot reply with a message. Okay, what's the problem? Oh, sorry. This bracket is a problem. Wait. Yeah. So yeah, the first parameter is the update type, and the second one is the second parameter is the function which we'll pass. This is the arrow function. Okay, so again ctx dot reply, then in the reply we'll reply nice cool sticker. Okay, so let's try it. I have saved it. I'll relaunch the application. Node.js. So the application is launched again, and go back to our bot and we'll try to send a sticker. So from sticker gallery, let's say stay at home. Oh yeah, now it's getting it that we are sending a sticker, right? In the same way, you can create for multiple objects. For example, for a text, for a audio, and everything else. Okay. So this is how you identify a type of message and reply based on that. I guess all this is very simple right now, right? Then there is another command in which you will try to listen, you will try to hear for some particular keyword in the chat, in the message. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that. This is known as a hear command. Bot dot hears. Okay, in this command also we will, the first parameter is the keyword which we want to hear. Okay, suppose someone sends hello. Okay, then again the second parameter is the same, the arrow function ctx. This is the function. Now what we want to do, we want to reply again ctx dot reply, and what we want to reply, hello sir, how are you. Okay, so let's see if it catches that or not. I'll say it again. I'll rerun the bot. The bot is running now. So let me send hello. Sorry, what did I said? Hello. Okay, let's send hello. Hello. Hello sir. Oh, the spelling of hello is wrong. It's okay. So hello sir, how are you? Now if I send anything else, for example, hi, it is not responding. Why? Because we haven't created any command to say hi. We have just set it for hello. Also, if there is a hello in between the message also, it will also not very useful, right? But it is something which we should know that this is there. So now, finally, we have learned about start, we have learned about help, we have learned about on, which will trigger on any particular type, like a update type. Then we have learned about here, and finally we are going with the command, like the custom commands you want to send, right? So let's go ahead. So for the commands, we will say bot dot command. It is similar to on and here. In the first parameter is what command we want to send. Okay, so let's say it is, the command name is say, and the second parameter is same, that arrow function, that is ctx arrow function, and then we'll reply with something ctx dot reply with what do you want to reply, say something. Okay, randomly. Also I will fix this hello. Okay, I'll save it. I'll rerun the application. Okay, let's see. /say, because this is a command. Okay, so you have to always use the / for a command. So say, so it will reply say something. Okay, so this is a custom command which we have created, and again we have replied with something. So now what I wanted to do is, I want to do something like this: say, and then hello world. Whenever I do something like this, what it should do is it should not just reply say something. It should reply with whatever this text is. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do it. So to do that, what we'll do is in the same command, I'll remove it. And to get the message which the user has sent from Telegram, we can get that message by this. I've created a variable message is equals to. Then what is a variable? Then whatever message we want to get from the context. Okay. So ctx dot message dot text. So now you might be asking like, how do I know that CTX has got something like a message and then a text in that? So again, for that, we have to go back to the documentation, and inside that you can see there is a context option, and inside that you can see there is a context.message. And then there are different things also like context.chat, context.from. You can use any of these, or the update type, anything you can get from over here. Okay, everything is present in this documentation. So now where were we? Yeah. So context.message. Now let's reply with that message. Okay. ctx.reply, and whatever we want to reply is present in this message. Let's go ahead and do it. Save. Let's rerun the application and see whether it works or not. Oh, see, well, see, it replies with the same thing which we have sent. But now you can see there is a problem. It is also replying with the command which someone has sent. Okay, for example, I have sent this say hello world, so it is replying exactly the same message. So how do I get away with this? Let's do some coding. And to do that, what I will do is I'll just go ahead and break this message. To break this message, what I will do, I'll just okay. So we'll create a message array, and this array will contains all the message and elements. For example, it will contain the first element as say, the second element as hello, and the third element as world, which is separated by spaces. We can clearly see that. So we can split our message using that. So message dot split, and with what we want to split it, we want to split it by using the space. We have provided space. So now if I'll run this code, what it will do, it will, this message array will contains an array. Let's see it in the output only. Okay, so to do that, there, for example, in C++, we have got like something like cout statements, or we have got like printf statements, print, or in Java we have like println, system.out.println, right? In JavaScript we have something like console.log. These are like print statements. Okay, inside this, let me see what is coming in the message array. Message array. Okay, so let me just close this, run it once again, and go back to our app. I'll just copy it, paste it, and enter. So now nothing is coming. Okay, yeah, it's coming because we have a reply message, and also we have got a log. So let's see what's there in the log. In the log, we got a message which says that we have this message array is an array which has got 3 elements, and they are all separate. They were separated by spaces, so we have splitted them. So now what we have to do is we have to get only the last 2 elements, right? We have to shift this. We have to shift this first element away from the remove this first element from the array, right? To do that, we have got one function in JavaScript, okay, which is known as array.shift. So let's do that. Array.shift. So what it will do, it will just remove it. So let's now copy the statement again and paste it over here, and let's see what's the output now. I'll stop the app, again run the app, go back to my bot, So say hello world. It will reply me with that message, but in the console we can see that the first reply is from this console.log and the second one is from this after shifting it. So now we have removed the command from this array. Now what we have to do, we just have to join these two words, right? So we have got one more array function known as message array dot join. Okay, so we'll join this, and with what character we want to join all these elements? We want to join them by a space. So hello space world will be the output, and we want to store it into a new message. So new message is equals to message array dot join. So now let's reply with this new message, and then save it. So now again, run this app, get back to our application, and see what's the response now. Say hello world. Oh yeah. So we have created a first command which will just get the input from the user and reply it with the bot will reply to it. So for example, I want to say something else. For example, say hello sir. Now it will say hello sir. Okay. So now with this, we have covered a lot of topics. For example, how to create custom commands, how to listen for some particular text in the message, or how to listen for some type of message, for example, sticker, how to create the help command, and how to create the start command, right? So now this is all very arbitrary things, and this will not help in creating a bot, right? What we want to do is now is we want to fetch some information from the internet and we want to show it to the user. Okay, so now let's create a small command. What it will do is it will fetch a fortune from the internet and it will display it to the users. Okay, so the API which I will be using is it is known as yerky.com. Let's go to yerky.com and see how this API looks like. Okay, API info. Yeah, this is API info. So yeah, so it is saying that if you press yerky.com/API and then go to fortune, it will return a thought for a day or something like that. Okay, so let's go to API/tun fortune. See, so the first time when you will be going to this particular URL, yerky.com/API/fortune, it will not be formatted like this. Why is it formatted for me? Because I've been using some one extension for Google Chrome which is known as the JSON viewer. So you have to download this extension into Google Chrome, so you'll be able to see the response like this. Okay. So this is the response which we are getting. So it has got one key which is fortune and finally the information which we want to show. Every time you go to this website, it will return a different response. See, like this. Like this. Every time we are going, we are getting a different response, right? So like this, and so let's get this response in a code and display it to the user. So what I will do, I'll create a new command, okay? Bot dot, the command name is, let's create that command as fortune. Then again, the arrow function with the context object. Now, so think about it, okay? We want to fetch this information from this API URL. So let's first save this URL, okay? I have copied this URL. Let's save this URL in a variable. URL is equals to, this is the URL. Okay, now I want to fetch the content of this URL. So how to do that? So we have got a library to do that in Node, and the name of that library is Axios. Okay, let's search for that in npm. So I'll go back to npm. I will type Axios and press enter. See, this is the Axios library. And it is a very famous library. You can see with the number of weekly downloads, right? So you can go down and you will be able to see how to install this. So we'll just copy it and paste it in the terminal. Now project. Let's do it. npm install Axios, save. The library is saved, and if you want to see what all libraries are installed in your package, you can just go to package.json again. You will see that Axios is installed as well with this version, and Telegraph is also installed with this version, right? So these are the dependencies for our project. Correct. So let's go back to our project. We will include the Axios library also. So to do that, same way we have included the Telegraph library, we will include the Axios library. Const Axios is equals to same as that. Require, and what library we want to require? Axios. That's it. That's how we do it. So now Axios library is present in our application. Now how to use this library? Okay, it's very simple. What you have to do is you just have to say Axios, then you have to pass in the URL. So AXIOS, Axios, then the URL. Okay, so what's the time? It's 5:54. Yeah, we have got 6 minutes, and we'll be able to finish this application by that time. Let's go ahead. So Axios, with that URL, sorry, dot get, and then that URL. So we want to get the content of that particular URL. Then what we have to do? As we'll get something like this. Okay, from this URL we'll get something like this. So how to get that? What we'll do is dot then what is the response? So the response is res, same like we are doing for context object. This is the context, this is the response. Okay, then what response we are getting? This response we are getting. So let's see what are we getting. Okay, console dot log, and then the response, the data. So this is the response object. Okay, this will contain all the different kind of, but we just want the data from this response. Okay, so you'll say response dot data. Now let's see what is coming up. I'll restart the server, go back to our bot. Let's say fortune, press enter. Nothing will come up because we haven't set up any reply method. So let's see over here in the console, we have seen that it is now returning a fortune. Okay, so now we want to get the value of this fortune and send it back to the user. How to get that? So since over here we have gotten data, to get this particular value, we'll just say data dot fortune. Just see that this and this matches perfectly. F-O-R-T-U-N-E, F-O-R-T-U-N-E. Now let's see what's the output. I'll save it. I'll close the terminal. I'll rerun the application. And again, I will call this command. Nothing is coming up. Let's go back and see the terminal. So yeah, finally we got the reply. And we'll send back this reply back. ctx dot reply. Reply with the message. So the message is present in res.data.fortune. Let's save it. So what we have done is we have created a custom command. We have fetched the data from a URL, and we have shown that data to the user. So this is how dynamic bots are created. Previously, we were just doing some static stuff, right? We are not even interacting with any API or something like that. But right now, what we have done is we have get a data. Every time you run this command, it will fetch some new data. See. Okay. So with this, we will wrap up today's session, and it took like the time is also over. So we have wrapped up today's session with this. Now, if you have any doubts or anything, you can ask me. I hope you all liked it. It's very easy. If you have any doubt, you can type it in chat. I'll respond as many people as possible. Okay. I hope you all like the session. I hope you all liked the session, right, guys? Was it too fast? Yeah, we will continue after this tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow. We will plan it out and we'll send the information. You just have to hit that bell icon, subscribe to our channel, and you will get all the information over here. I hope you all liked it. Was it too fast, guys? Do share a feedback in the feedback form. Yes, 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 yes. All of these lectures will be uploaded in this channel. You can get back to it again later and you can follow with your pace. Thank you, Abhinav. So I pasted the form link over here. If there is any suggestions of what all you want in the next lecture, we'll cover that up. Thank you, everyone. So now we are ending the stream. Thanks for joining. We'll see you later.